It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Allen going to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Okay, break.
58's the money. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, man up,
On 1st down, Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now Gino. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Cougar 19.
Throwing again is Smith. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 34 yards. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. These two teams all tied after one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
To the air, Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
You got nothing. Mike's 56. Mike's go.
Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42.
56.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Right there, 56. Yeah. You don't want none. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On first down, Allen. Throwing the out route and complete. It's McKenzie. Touchdown, Bills. Isaiah McKenzie, 29 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
They're going to try and run. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here, so the lead will remain at 6 points.
Now's the time. Don't give him nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After the sack on first down, Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here we go. At 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. He's tired of you.
From the gun, here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On 4th down, Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And the slot man goes in motion left. So after the INT, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Half 85, half 85.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down, 3 down. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Throwing now is Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Round 80. Alert, alert, alert.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Here we go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. 56.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
They're scared. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
After the interception, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now Gino on 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Goodwin. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On first down, it's Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
They run it again with Cook. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Strip that ball. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
6 yards left on 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Allen. And Diggs has it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
57. Mike 57.
Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Allen now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
Undercrunch. 56 of Mike. 56.
Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now? and they're ready to challenge this offense. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, still down quite a bit here. Scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 4. here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Second and 16. Mahomes now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Bison, 60 Bison.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey, 4 down. Watch 16.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
60 Eagles.
Back to Walker on first down. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flushed out right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down, even.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Ballore taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down, buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
Buffalo 18.
Smith on first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Mahomes' throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They go play fake. Mahomes forced out to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's when this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hustle.
And Walker once more.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Now Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Cougar 19.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he's brought down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Ballore with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only